Hello and welcome back to Digital Asset Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Has Ripple made a settlement offer to the SEC? Lawyer suspects near-term settlement. A dispute has erupted within the SEC over how to handle settlements, possibly due to a settlement offer from Ripple. According to attorney Jeremy Hogan, a settlement between Ripple and the SEC could happen very soon. So in a new YouTube video, Jeremy Hogan of the law firm Hogan & Hogan spoke about the latest events regarding the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple. And as Hogan noted, two SEC commissioners released comments contradicting a statement made by the SEC chairwoman. Specifically, the opinions addressed how the SEC handles the settlements with companies that are sued. So the first of the two opinions was issued by SEC Vice Chair Allison Heron-Lee and represented a 180-degree turn from the previous policy in her statement. So Lee wrote the SEC's Division of Enforcement will no longer recommend settlement offers to the commission that are contingent on the granting of a waiver. So this return to the division's long-standing practice ensures that the consideration of waivers is looking forward and focused on protecting investors, the market, and market participants from those who fail to comply with the law, and violations of certain provisions of the federal securities laws give rise to automatic disqualification from exercising certain privileges, including being considered a well-known seasoned issuer, the WKSI. Another headline caught my attention. 4 top universities submit CBDC designs to the Bank of Canada. And I'm trying my best, guys, to incorporate the new investors as well as just quickly giving you guys who are seasoned, experienced investors and long-term holders the content that you need to know everything's still moving forward with your investment. So I'm trying to adjust just a little bit, but I'm going to try and be transparent when I toss that in. I think it'll be obvious, but I'll try and keep the flow and keep the show moving forward. So following initial discussions with the Bank of Canada, 4 top universities have submitted design proposals for a central bank digital currency, the CBDC. So major Canadian universities have submitted news research to the Bank of Canada, BOC, centered around the development of a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, underscoring the innovation underway in the space. Submission from the University of Calgary, design from McGill University, the University of Toronto, and basically they're trying to find something that the Bank of Canada will find appealing for their CBDC. Now, the OCC ruling signals more innovation for stablecoins and CBDCs. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency said last month that U.S. banks can participate in public decentralized networks and use stablecoins for payment settlement. And nod from the federal regulator is a huge push for stablecoins and CBDC initiatives. Another article, too, that caught my attention, the digital cash enables global interoperability for payment services. So getting to that article, they're discussing like digital cash. It's extremely flexible and complements all types of payment schemes, both on cards and mobiles. And that's basically where we're headed. We're moving forward with the digital cash, and we're showing how the banks are now accepting them, not frightening or spreading FUD about them and attacking them. They're now legally allowed to hold them. So now they're moving forward quickly. So the Bank of Korea treats CBDCs as fiat, not as virtual assets. So according to the findings, CBDCs share the legal status of fiat currency and can therefore be exchanged freely, held by banks and used in the same ways as any other cash deposit. Now, the Bank of Canada reveals 3 digital currency proposals, and that kind of connects to the previous as far as where they're coming from. But I want to point out a few things in this article here. The proposal from Calgary is a 2-tier approach. It suggests Banking Plus, which is an account-centric version of CBDC that is like banking with the addition of smart contracts. And Cash Plus involves anonymized tokens, and the legal compliance is enforced when someone converts money from Banking Plus to Cash Plus. So in a second phase, there would be basically a permission blockchain to enable the smart payments to act as a layer on top of the centralized solution. And the two universities propose a national digital identity initiative where all wallets will go through an eKYC type process. KYC is know your customer. So you can see they're here to stay. It's happening. You're here at the right time. You're early. So all of you contrarian investors, cheers to you, because your time is happening. Your time is now. It's coming very quickly. And I believe if you're very smart in your choices and your decisions, you will see life-changing benefits from your investment. On the next and final article, and then I want to have a discussion for the new investors, is Vechain is becoming the AWS of public blockchains, the Amazon Web Services. Basically, Vechain has focused on making its blockchain plug and play with toolchain, enabling businesses to get into blockchain with no major technical expertise. Sounds a lot like Stellar. Now, Amazon Web Services has become one of the world's most important foundations in the digital era, allowing businesses to access cutting-edge tools efficiently and at a fraction of the cost. According to a recent report by a blockchain incubator, Vechain is doing a public blockchains what AWS did for software. And I agree. The report singles out Vechain's toolchain as one of the most important features, allowing businesses to easily integrate blockchain technology. And a quick reminder and reasons for why I agree. Vechain is one of the two approved blockchains for China. The other being the Postal X, something to that effect. I didn't really follow it because I was unable to invest in it. So it is one of the two. It's easy to find, and maybe we'll bring it back up again. We did, already report that or discuss that in probably 3 or 4 plus videos prior. So Vechain being one of the two approved in China is massive. But not only that, Vechain was also the exclusive supply chain blockchain for the APAC region. And the APAC region, if you're not quite aware, it holds 60% of the Earth's global population. That's massive. So you can see again why that will be so huge. And Vechain initially in the last bull run was called VEN. And VEN had an all-time high of $9.84. But they needed to create more total supply. So then VEN basically became VET, the new Vechain, to account for the total supply that the additions, I guess you could say, for Vechain, because it was needed. And as you learn about Vechain, you'll understand why they had to increase this supply, unlike many others who chose to decrease the supply. And really quick, if you are just wanting quick news updates, you probably can turn it off right there, because I'm just going to go a few things with the new investors who are trying to learn. I want to go through a few, for example, HODL. You're going to hear HODL a lot, and that's the philosophy of holding on to and not selling cryptocurrencies. Basically a misspelling of hold, like holding your crypto, HODL your crypto. And that was a joke that just became basically a common term. And now ICO, you're going to hear a lot of. ICO is a short for initial coin offering. An ICO is held when a company is raising funds and sells tokens to public or private buyers, and then become basically backers of the project. Then you're going to hear mining. You hear mining a lot with the new discussion with Ethereum, or you hear mining in regards to Bitcoin. The computing process, it's used to create crypto tokens. And not all cryptocurrencies are actually created using mining, but it is a common method. For example, as they say, like Ripple's XRP, Stellar's XLM was pre-mined, as they say. It's already fixed, the total supply. You can't mine any further. And then you have like multi-sig. And these are ways in which you can set up a cryptocurrency transaction which require multiple people to sign off on the transaction for it to go through. And that's called a multi-sig transaction. Give me a sec to take a quick sip of coffee. My throat is drying out. I apologize. Okay, now peer-to-peer. A peer-to-peer is more commonly abbreviated as a P2P, person-to-person, peer-to-peer. And the system, it doesn't have a central controller. Instead, it was basically users interact directly with one another, like me directly to you, you directly to me, without having to go through the bank. So, for example, there are peer-to-peer exchanges where you can sell your Bitcoins directly to someone in your local area. And I personally have not used the peer-to-peer exchange type, but those are pretty cool. I've always gone to, like, as you say, the name brand, like a Coinbase, the Binance, the BitHum, BitTrue, etc. So now when you hear pumping, when cryptocurrency information gets sensationalized up in the media to raise its price or popularity, this is called pumping. And then you have your wallet. Cryptocurrencies are stored in virtual wallets. And if you keep your cryptocurrency on an exchange, that exchange controls your wallet. So you can also use a digital wallet, such as an app on your phone or your computer. One popular form of a wallet is a hardware wallet, which is basically like a flash drive that stores your cryptocurrencies offline, but allows an easy connection to your computer for transaction with cryptographic security. And there are also paper wallets, which are, believe it or not, simply written records of your public and private addresses for your cryptocurrency. And then you have online wallets, which are called hot wallet. And then while offline wallets are called cold wallets or cold storage. For example, Ledger would be considered a cold wallet, cold storage on your little Ledger Nano S or X device. And then you have a hot wallet. For example, if you're new, you're probably familiar and used to using Coinbase. You have the Coinbase wallet, and that's going to be your hot wallet versus like your cold wallet. And then when you hear whale is a person who owns a significant amount of cryptocurrency, and when that person trades it, they can actually affect the market price, and these people are called whales. So you have whales buy in, they pump the price, and you have whales selling out, and it typically dumps the price. You know, that's just a quick update because I'm often asked that, and I think maybe that's, for us, it's common knowledge, but we have to think back that we are part of that 2% of the population who are aware and who are connected already to digital assets and digital currencies. But we have to remember there's still 98% of the population who have no clue what you know. So I'm trying to include that into the video. So I hope that was helpful and basically answered a lot of your questions as I'm getting in direct messages. I just want to make sure that I'm trying to cover a lot of information that you think is very critical as well. Remember, it's not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. But before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. And guys, remember, if you can, hit that like and subscribe and share these videos. It's very helpful. But before I go, we're going to say thank you to our VIP Patreons, and we want to thank you to Surf and to Gary Davidson. Much love to all of you, and we will catch you in the next one.